Hi, my name's Colin, and I want to talk to you about running safely at night. Um, I've been doing this for a little while now, and I know when the evenings get darker, you have no other option when you finish work. You end up running at night or in the dark. And I have also noticed that other runners are sometimes not always taking their safety that serious, or they haven't thought about it, and that's understandable. That does happen. We all do that at times, but we do need to think about our safety when we're running at night. And a few of the things I need to talk to you about, or I want to talk to you about, is first of all, be seen. Now, wearing light clothes gets you seen. Wearing dark clothes makes you invisible. If to enhance that visibility even more, get a reflector vest or some sort of reflector type shirt or something similar that the cars, when they shine the lights on you, can see you. The other thing is wearing a head torch. Yeah, I know some people think, no, head torch, I feel like a bit of a twat, but wouldn't you rather be thought of as a twat rather than have be seen in an emergency department or at a funeral parlour? Okay, drastic things to say, but I have to say that's what happens. If people cannot see you, you cannot always blame the drivers because they couldn't see you up front in the first place. All right. The other thing is when you're running, run in a lighted area, so where the street lights where possible, and that's not always possible because it depends on where you live. But just be aware if you can, that's probably the better things to do. Also, I have to say with the head torch, that really helps in that point too, because even with street lights on, there are still some dark areas underfoot where there are trees or something, and you don't see the obstacles underneath your feet before you end up falling flat on your face. Okay, so just think about having a head torch, a reflector vest, and definitely light clothing. The other thing is be alert. Be alert to your surroundings. Use your intuition. If you've got this idea that something's happening or something's going to happen, take it seriously. Okay, be aware of what's going on. I know many of us like to wear headphones, have that music, while we're running, and yeah, I do too. I do as well. And the problem with that is that you don't always hear what's happening around you. If you have to wear them, then turn the volume down so you can hear around you, or just have one headphone in, not both, or best of all, don't have them at all. Okay, especially at night time. The other thing is, if you are running alone, let someone know. Okay, that's important. Let them know the route you're taking, how long that route would normally take. Okay, give them some actions to take should there be some concern. So, for instance, contact them when you get there and by text or by phone and say, I'm about to start the run. At the end of the run, contact them again and say you're finished and about to go home or leave, whatever. If they don't hear from you, let them know that they need to try and contact you within a certain time frame. So within that time of that running time, give it another 10 minutes. If you haven't heard from me, call me back and just see if I'm okay. Maybe I've forgotten to let you know. Hopefully not. If they can't get in contact with you, then they need to be able to call the police and say, my friend's running at this point, we had this thing about contacting each other, he hasn't got back to me, can someone just check that out? Just be safe. If you're running in a group, then start together, okay? All of you should know the route, and all of you should wait at the end for the last person to get there, okay? This idea of finishing then driving off and leaving the other person by themselves is not being a friend, okay? Friends look after each other, so be there at the end for that last person and leave together. Also with the route, I've talked about street lighting. Use the footpath if it's there. I know it's not always, but use the footpath. And if there is no footpath, then if you're on the road, run towards the traffic so they can see your light clothing, your reflector vest, and your head torch. Okay, it's wise. That's the way you do it. Okay. If when running you get harassed, and there are some idiots out there who like to do that at times, then think about your safety again. Move or run towards a venue or a shop that's open, a house with its lights on, and ask for help. Okay, if there's a group of people there, you see some groups, run towards the group to just get some safety. Okay, if on the other hand you're being also attacked or or look like you're being attacked, make a lot of noise. Make a lot of noise. Draw attention to yourself. Scream, shout, etc. One of the things I've been told before is to shout fire. And the reason why you shout fire is people will respond if they feel they're under threat themselves. So if you shout fire, these people will actually go and check it out to make sure that they're not at risk themselves. When you shout for police, you tend to get a little ignored. Okay, that's a shame, and that's the very sad and done of society. But that sometimes happens. Okay, running at night is good. It's fun, and I do recommend it. Even though I've maybe scared a few people here, hopefully not. Just best think about your own safety, and you have a good run.